Pro Bowl punter out there that we felt that the cost associated was obviously very manageable. So it was the decision we made.
Like, what about having 3 new specialists from last year? That's a pretty big turnover. Is that any cause for concern?
It's not. I think that community, that fraternity of guys, I mean, they're all, I mean, for the most part, professionals. There's not a lot of variance as far as what you're doing scheme-wise from team to team. That's why you'll see a lot of guys will come in, get coached up pretty quick. So it's not that big of a concern for us. I know Chris Tabor and Coach Benega, Coach Watson will do a real good job of making sure those guys are ready to go plenty of reps.
I know it's only June and OTAs and that, but how do you feel about your kicking situation, your place kicking situation right now?
Don't have a strong opinion just because this isn't, I've said before, this isn't real football, and when the lights are on in a preseason game, there's some pressure there, and just all the kicks that get charted with a live rush during training camp will have a much better sense. But it's not anything that we're concerned about or alarmed about. We're just anxious to see how it's going to play out.
When you were at the Cavs game the other day, did you find yourself imagining what this area would be like with the Browns championship?
Yeah, a couple of people made those comments, and just it was just an awesome feeling just to feel that crowd throughout the game, except for when the lead was dwindling. A bit of panic that kind of got contagious. No, but it was just such a great atmosphere, and we talked about it in the team meeting, just using the Cavs as a perfect example of we talk about mental toughness all the time, and here you got a team that's down some players, the big three's the big one, and they're at this point of the year, it just comes down to finding a way, and it's been clear that they've been the physically tougher team and the mentally tougher team.
Is Deli a strong safety?
6'4", 200. That's a little tall to be a strong safety. I don't know where we would play him. It would probably be, if he did play safety, he'd be down close to the ball a lot.
Mike, as OTAs wind down, it seems like the vast majority of quarterback reps are between McCown and Manziel. Is that the natural evolution of this position as you head into the training camp season? Or Shaw have no chance of being number 2?
No, I wouldn't say that, but that's just the nature of the reps, kind of based on where they are right now in the depth chart. But when we wrap up next week, we'll evaluate where we are, not just at that position, but every position, and then it'll be on the coordinator to get with each position coach to kind of set the plan for training camp. Hey, this is a guy who's been with the threes, but he's shown some glimpses. We'd like to see him against other competition, see him go against the twos, maybe see him even go against the one. So you'll see us in training camp, even with the quarterbacks, just mixing and matching lineups, just to see guys playing with different supporting casts.
Mike, there were a couple of Johnny plays I wanted to ask you about. One, he got frustrated. You know what happened on that play? He held the ball and.
No, I've said this before. I mean, he's been very hard on himself this spring. I mean, he wants to be. I mean, it's even when he's made a good play that he's sometimes talking under his breath, like he wants it to be perfect. And that's, to me, that's an encouraging thing. That if you're hardest on yourself, then I think you got a chance to be successful. But I know there are a bunch of plays that all the quarterbacks, whether it was a wrong route or they missed a throw or whatever it is, but I mean, these guys are perfectionists and they want it done right.
You know, when he made a play where he rolled right and threw back over the middle for a touchdown, is that a play you live with because it's Johnny, or you accept because it's
any play that we're kicking an extra point afterwards, I'm good with.
Mike, do you expect Tashaun Gipson to be mandatory minicamp this week?
Yeah, I mean, this is your typical coach speak answer. He's not here to talk about the guys that are here. I mean, he's here, we'll coach the heck out of him, but I can't speak for where he is from a frame of mind or what his plans are, but when he's here, he'll be welcomed. I've been through this and all my time in the NFL, guys with contract issues, and things very quickly get forgotten once they show up.
On your end of it, the Browns end of it, the CBA gives the team the power to cut that tender on Monday if it's not signed. That's the deadline. Mm-hmm. Will you guys do that if it's not signed?
Yeah, I'm not going to discuss. I prefer to stay out of contractual stuff, so I'm not going to comment.